You might be getting a phone call from a group supporting the president's health care plan. North Carolina's Organizing for America is holding a phone bank at 6 tonight at the First Baptist Church West. That's on Oak Lawn Avenue in Charlotte. The group will call Mecklenburg County residents pushing for support of health care reform.
A grassroots organization has one goal in each city it stops in: to listen.
Tonight, the North Dakota chapter of Organizing for America opened its ears to health care reform. WDAY 6 reporter Christina Vaughn joins us live with more on why this group says the meetings are so important. Christina?
Well, Dana and Kirsten, Organizing for America's goal is to get public input. Its first project came when President Obama was trying to pass the stimulus bill. Now the group is focusing on health care reform. Since this is such a complicated and hot-button issue, members in Organizing for America say it's important for them to hear what the public has to say. Once they have public input, the group encourages people to be active and continue the conversation. They say community involvement doesn't stop once the election is over. Organizers say elected officials can't do everything themselves. They need help from the community.
People are hungry for these changes, especially the issue we're working on right now is healthcare reform, and Americans need this reform, and they realize that. They just need to voice that need.
The listening tour will be back on the road in North Dakota again in August. The group will head out to the western part of the state, visiting cities like Bismarck, Williston, and Minot. Reporting live, Christina Vaughn, WDAY 6 News.
The Organizing for America listening tour stops in Chapel Hill today. The group supports President Obama and his policies. Across the country, it's holding meetings to talk about policy and being heard in Washington. Tonight's meeting is at the Church of the Reconciliation.
People in Shreveport made their voices heard on this issue earlier today, meeting in front of the city's federal courthouse. Some are for the bill and some are against it. KTAL's Amber Miller has this story.
Sharon McCullar has owned Glenwood Village Tea Room for 20 years. When the recession hit, she was forced to fire 3 employees. She tells KTAL if President Obama's health care plan passes, her concern for the national debt will increase, possibly forcing her staff to decrease once again.
That hurts my heart as a business owner because we're family here.
McCullar thinks this government-run project will fail, believing history will repeat itself.
The Social Security Administration is struggling. Medicare is struggling. Amtrak is struggling.
Elenore Higgs is on the other side of the argument. Her husband was forced to take advantage of veteran benefits when his insurance bills got too high.
The costs just keep going up. Our premiums keep going up. And you think it's got to stop somewhere.
Monday, they visited Senator Mary Landry's office, hoping their story would encourage her to vote for change.
He takes about 7 or 8 different prescriptions a day. He would have to pay for all his medication.
Members of Louisiana's Organizing for America headed Monday's event. Their goal is to have people share stories like these with their state representatives and senators.
So people sharing their very, very, very personal and emotional stories on how they're impacted by health care and how, right now is an opportunity to seize the moment.
Those against the bill also have a message.
To keep remembering that their constituents are not for the public-run healthcare system, and the fact that we put them in office and they're there to represent us.
In Shreveport, Amber Miller, KTAL News.
The president's plan has 3 goals: reducing health care costs, guaranteeing doctor choice, and ensuring every American has access to quality, affordable health care. The president is pushing for final passage of the plan by August 7th.
How are you this evening?
If you're a registered voter in Nevada, you'll likely be receiving one of these calls.
The health care reform is currently being debated in Washington.
Volunteers joining President Obama's effort to convince Americans that now is the time to reform health care.
There are many, many Americans right now who are making choices between food or prescription drugs.
Organizing for America, the grassroots support base from President Obama's presidential campaign, is back at work, this time canvassing for health care this weekend. In Ottumwa and throughout Iowa, a group of supporters of the Obama administration's health care reform plan are meeting in homes and going door to door with petitions. Supporters say the president's plan centers on 3 principles: reducing costs, guaranteeing a choice of doctor, and ensuring affordable health care for everyone.
We're gathering out in the neighborhoods, gathering signatures on petitions, which we will be sending to Congress. And this is a really important summer, and this is the time to do it. So we hope that more people join our effort.
If you'd like more information about the healthcare reform bill or would like to get involved with the cause in your community, visit heartlandconnection.com.